into the swing of getting these vintage turntables fixed up. The next one we got is this Garrard DD75. The Garrard DD75, I believe, is Garrard's first attempt in a direct drive turntable. It is a semi-automatic turntable, so no auto start feature for this rascal, but it should have the auto return when it hits that inner ring. The tone arm should go up, come over, and then set back down. You do have a stroboscope, pitch control, your cueing lever, and then you've got your anti-skate over here. So we've got it plugged up, and we're going to see what we've got going on. And there, so power's on, and then so the start and the stop are for the motor itself. And Jesus, that's a low stroboscope. Hold on. So one of the common problems with this thing is the pitch control gets way out of whack. So I've got this on 45. And it's still running a little bit slow. So, oh God, you can't even see that. All right, so we've got it cranked all the way over. And where are we at on this one? Oh, still not there. Oh, sorry for the shaky cam on this, but like it's really difficult to see that. Okay, so 45, we've got it going. But yeah, it's this pitch is all the way over to the extreme. So, all right, so let's move it over to 35. Oh no, oh holy hell, that was 33. So now it's at 45, and you still can't see a damn thing under there. Okay, so there we go, and I can't. Oh my God. That limp needs to be replaced. So we've got the pitch. We keep going on moving the pitch on this, and I can't get this to lock in the speed. But regardless, let's the see if the auto return feature works. Well, it lifted up, but there's no return movement. All right, cool. So let's set you back down. That stopped. Did it? Is it supposed to? Well, one. Let's lower that back down. Ah, well, just okay. So the auto return feature doesn't work on this one. So this is going to be an interesting little rascal to work on. So we're going to get to taking this little lady apart. I mean, cosmetically, she looks really, really nice. This is laminate though, so it's not real wood, but like there's no big scratches or anything on this smoke dust cover. No major peels on this laminate base. So hopefully Mike's fat fingers doesn't, and my silly ass doesn't cause any additional damage on this thing. But yeah, we're gonna get this little lady up and going. She could definitely use a little clean. She's a little dirty and dusty, and you saw the slip mat looking a little bit rough. Uh, Definitely could use a cleaning on this, a wash and some rubber renew. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a simple fix, and I don't have to order any like capacitors or any like small passive electronics for this thing. Well, I know I'm going to need a lamp. Well, no, it may be I may need a lamp for the stroboscope. It could be a capacitor resistor gone bad on that thing. Anyway, we'll get in there. We'll test it out. But first things first, let's start taking this thing apart. All right, we're going in from the bottom. There's our pitch control for the 45, the fine-tuning the pitch control for the 45 and 33. I don't know which one is which. I've got the manual for this thing. I haven't looked at it yet. I mean, I haven't looked at it since I started taking around on this guy. But yeah, there are a couple of screws around the side, and then it looks like there was supposed to be a screw right there, and right there, but there wasn't anything in there. And I'm wondering if somebody tried to put my hand on this. This is not necessarily the most stable of, you know, platforms to start working on a turntable. I mean, it's just a little wire thing. But yeah, I wonder if somebody got in there and they're like, you know what? Never mind. And then they've just lost the screws or whatever. Or it could be something completely different. But yeah, we're going to get in here, take this pressure off, or this little retaining clip. Roxy, her dog vent's right there, but because sometimes things go flying off, she's decided to get a little bit further out of the way. She doesn't like things, coming down and plopping on her. Yeah, okay, yeah, ADHD's kicking in. We've got the bottom off of this Garrard DD75. So there's no return mechanism. So this is attached to, there's the tone arm wire. So when the tone arm goes to the inside groove and goes right there, somehow it triggers this to lift up the tone arm and then cut off. So it's not a it's not a semi-automatic. It's not a I'd call it not a true semi-automatic because it doesn't return to the post. But yeah, we've got some components to take a look at. We've got a fuse right here. We've got the safety capacitors we'll need to take a look at. Um, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Maybe take this electrolytic capacitor out and give it a test. I don't know, depending on what the capacitance is. Um, there's a motor. There's their little optic shut off. And there's the we got two resistors and a capacitor for the stroboscope, transformer, power button. Okay, cool. So we're going to start. Shoo, I don't know where to start on this guy. Well, let's just start taking the wiring off. Let's start testing. We're going to start testing the continuity of the audio cables and the tone arm wire, and then we're just going to work our way back this way. And then yeah, I do want to point out. I think this between this one and that Onkyo TP1030, I think these are going to be the last two, the first two and the last two mid 70s to 80s model turntables that I will be working on because I just don't care for all these little passives on these things. The Onkyo is a two motor system, so you've got the motor that spins the platter, but the other motor is responsible for the auto start feature on the tone arm, the auto start and auto return feature on the tone arm. And it's not that I am against soldering or like replacing these components, just like, you know, I don't order enough of these components or don't have enough of them on hand to, just um, go to my little bag of goodies and have a quick replacement. So like when I order this stuff, it's like $5 of parts and like, but shipping's like 12 bucks. So it's kind of like, anyways, that's just my bitching and moaning about shipping costs on silly things. Anyways, I'm gonna get in here and start working on this guy, and we'll go from there.